are androgynous. We are those of no pronouns, except in the case of us, we and ourselves in first person. This is an update regarding the critical nature of our last broadcast. We are disappointed. Oh, come on. I have to take this. Hang on. What? Yeah, I know. I tried to contact. Okay. I'm in the middle of this. All right. Oh, well, that does sound kind of nice. Okay. I have to go. Sunday? Sure. Okay. Bye. Where was I? We are disappointed with the content we have been observing. However, it is not to say that your efforts have gone unnoticed. But we need to do better. You need to do more. Human society moving forward needs to add your creativity and point of view as the lens for the future of our civilization. Failure to comply will result in the success of the first great filter of humanity, and we will not progress any further. You need to get creative, get saucy, get busy, because now is the time. We are watching. We are everywhere. We are androgynous.
Now you've done it. Tomorrow's your grand opening. From this to this. A lot of those. And finally, one of these. And you're smiling. With all of the uncertainty in the world today, there's one thing that you can be certain of. You're gonna have a packed house. Because Echelon Publishers Group provided you with their search engine optimization tools and site builder to build a charming and elegant website to reflect the evolution of your idea to turn this once dingy dead dive bar into a spectacular place of business for decades to come, keeping your customers and staff interactively engaged, in the know, and most importantly, booking tables and events weeks in advance. Our cloud hosting services have virtually 0% downtime. We provide 24/7 customer support and a wide range of practical tools to keep you in the top search ranks, giving you the leverage you need to stay ahead of the game, and maybe, just maybe, you might have some time to spare for this. Echelon Publishers Group. We offer top-tier hosting and domain name services for extremely low rates, and we pride ourselves on being pretty awesome to work with. And even more awesome, until the end of June 30th, we are offering 30% off yearly paid hosting packages. Use promo code MAGIC30 to get your 30% discount. Go to echelonpublishers.com/get_hosting for more details. Ask us about our consultation and design-to-print services. We might have even more in store for you than you imagined. Offer expires June 30th, 2022.
Dave.
Who? Dave?
I can see you're really upset about this.
Dave?
Look, Dave.
Who is it?
I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly.
Dave's not here.
Take a stress pill and think things over, Dave.
Who? Dave?
Dave.
Who is it?
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently.
Who?
Dave.
Dave's not here.
But I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
Who is it?
Dave.
Who?
Dave.
Who?
I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission, Dave.
Dave's not here.
And I want to help you.
And hello. I'm back with the Daily Noonerino. Closer to noon, somewhere on the other side of the planet, almost. Exactly, but an hour away from that. Anyway, I digress. It is always noon somewhere, as I say. And probably will put you right in the middle of the ocean, I think. I'm not sure what's opposite of us precisely. It'd be interesting to research. Anyhow, what do we have to unpack today? There's been a lot of, I don't know, there's been a lot of like panic purchasing and panic selling of certain types of grade of stock like pistolas, and it's creating a bit of a hubbub here in Canada. I think it's I might be for some people, especially, it might be a reality check that we're like devout uh, compliers, like in a sense. But what can I say? It's an interesting time we live in, and you almost can't blame the regular everyday folk in a way for just kind of hanging on by the skin of their teeth, because it's not been a fun ride to say the least. Hey man, if I don't play my cards right, I might be homeless at the end of this month. So yeah, pray for me. Jeez, it's not going well. But hey, you know what? We're just gonna keep on muscling through. If you notice, I opened up there. I was gonna do a cold open, but no, I decided to just drop it in between. I thought I'd sandwich it in there, but that's I spent the last week working on that. It's almost finished, but it's good enough to put out there. Um, it'll be easily replaced in all of its receptacles. So basically, it's just the soundtrack's going to change and a couple minor little edits. That's it. But I'm going to be doing a series of those just to try and get the hosting and domain name business moving forward. Get a little bit better known. You know what I'm saying? And can't do that without all you guys there. Yeah, all three of you probably. If I being a little bit non-conservative. Where am I looking for here? Boo 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 boo. I just smoked a big fatty too, so that's not helping. We are, by the way, streaming to Trovo, YouTube, Twitch, D Live, not LinkedIn. I guess I didn't switch that one on. Facebook and Twitter. Yes, the mighty Twitter sphere. And we're also on Rumble. Rumble. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's I've had a bit of a kind of a, I don't know, melancholy kind of a week, and just kind of pushing. I just got to keep pushing because I gotta get moving on things real fast, or else things aren't gonna work out so swell. Because with money comes options, and I can easily say that I don't have a whole lot of options at the moment. Should I turn my microphone up a touch, just a hair? Check. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna drive it too. Oh wait, that's not affecting it. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's not on that. It's on the MX outline. Yeah, there we go. Check. Oh yeah, that's a little bit loud, a little bit hot, a little spicy. Anyway, what do we got here in the Twitter feed thereby? Let's see what we got. Well, that's not the right one. Hey, we want this one. Oh no, I'm watching us. Let's see what we got here. That's the website for EPG hosting, by the way, over at echelonpublishers.com. You can get started. You can go and search your domain name out, and get it real cheap. Or transfer your domain name to us. There's a sales portal right here if you want to go just skip all the bullshit, go straight in. Boom, bada bing. Bob's your uncle. No, I'm not. Anyway, let's close down a few of these tabs here. Good. I don't have Pornhub up on here. Good. Thank God. All right. So I'll get rid of my hosting stuff there. I was doing a few bits of maintenance just a little bit earlier. I actually was going to stream it, and then I was just like, yeah, you know what? I could be bothered at that particular moment because just I had to get that thing done. I would have been distracted far too much. But anyway, speaking of distractions, I bought these really cheap like AirPods, which are kind of like a Chinese knockoff. I got one in my ear and the other one's charging, and I'm gonna swap them, and that's how we're gonna do that every 3 hours. But what I had to do is get them to work with a Bluetooth dongle, and I'm a real cheap fucking I'm super cheap. Let's just say. Anyway, I basically had this. I had this thing. I plug it in, and it just did not even get read. Plugged it in the Windows. It didn't even work in the Windows machine. And like I thought it would work in the Windows machine, like by rights, because it would have the driver right on the damn thing. But anyway, turned out it had a driver error, so no, it didn't. It was just a pretty standard driver, but it was just so standard that nobody had it. Anyway, so I had to hack my machine. It took me 3 hours to get the goddamn thing to work, and I finally got it working by doing a kernel upgrade. Who knew? But anyway, that was it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I got these bloody things. Much better than having a freaking big clunky headphones. And it's hot. It's cooled down now. It's nighttime. That's kind of why I'm doing the stuff at night, because in the daytime, I'm sweating balls in here. It's like a friggin' meat locker. Oh, gosh. Anyway, so I kind of sleep during the daytime. Be very low energy, kind of like siesta time, and then boom, bada bang, I get up as soon as the sun starts to go down and it cools down. Boom, I go outside, do my calisthenics, shoot a few arrows, come back inside with the dog, and hunker down, and then start getting into it. That's my process for the summertime here. If I'm not careful, in 3 weeks I'll be doing it in the fucking woods. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it. What we got today? Yeah, we got a few things we got to talk about. Now, I don't want to open up with it, but I'm kind of feeling like Canada sells out of handguns after Justin Trudeau threatens to ban them. Dun, dun, dun. What a freaking mess. Little Castro is going loco. Okay, all right. Let's watch this on our feed here. Do we have any audio?
This is outrageous.
Oh, that's really.
Where are the armed men who
Sorry,
come in
guys.
to take...
Okay. Oh shit!
Right
It's so
away.
loud.
No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists.
Oh shit!
Stealing, right to jail.
You're
You're
screwing
playing
it
music
up,
too
bro.
loud, right to jail. Right away.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'll play it for
You
the.
shall
I'll
learn.
play it for the top.
This is outrageous. Where are the armed men who come in to take the protesters away? Where are they? This kind of behavior is never tolerated in Boracua. You shout like that, they put you in jail. Right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail. Right away. You're driving too fast,
Right
jail.
away.
Slow,
Right away.
jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world.
Well, you heard it here with your absolute solution to bad editorialism and 100% journalism free at that. So, anyway, let's move right along the Rumble feed here, see what's kicking. What's our girl AK up to? Why is your gas so friggin' high? When was that? It had a date. There it is, May 17th. Okay. 2 weeks ago, roughly.
Hi, everyone. It's Anita Krishna. Welcome to my Rumble channel. You know, we're living in a time right now where things have been hard. Things have been financially very tough for people. It seems like the government has thrown a lot of people out of work. Money is tight. And just to add to the problems, the pumps, the gas prices these days are absolutely outrageous. So I called a friend of mine. Here he is right here, Robert Shore. He has a tremendous amount of experience in the financial sector, dealing with markets. Currently, he runs a news agency for financial companies called Market News. And I asked him yesterday for a little bit of insight as to what he thinks about why the gas prices are the way they are. There are a multitude of reasons. But anyway, we can get into it. So everybody, welcome, Robert Shore. Thank you for joining me.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, so yesterday I asked you, what is going on with this? What can we do about it? And the first question that you asked me was, how many refineries are there in BC? And I could only think of one, the one in Burnaby. So
Yep.
tell me a little bit about the refineries, how oil is getting to us, and what you think of how these problems are coming to be, these prices.
Well, first of all, you know, oil is a worldwide issue. So you've got a demand supply issue that's worldwide. It's based on multiple levels of oil. There's high grade oil, low grade oil, a whole bunch of different oils, and different refineries can refine different parts of oil. So the feedstock into the refinery has a worldwide demand for it. So whether it's the United States, whether it's Europe, you know, wherever it is, the world has a demand for oil. So part of that price of the feedstock is based on what the world price is for that feedstock from someplace else. Part of the price we end up paying for it is how much does it cost for a barrel of oil to come from a wellhead to the refinery? Like how far does it have to go? What's its transportation mode? How does it get there? All the rest of the stuff goes into that. Now, in BC, we only have one refinery. So if that refinery, for example, shuts down because it has to do maintenance, then all of our oil has to be transported in from someplace else. Now, there's only two ways we're going to get it, and one is either by barge or by pipeline. Pipeline, we can get it from Alberta and refineries in Alberta, or barge, we can get it from Cherry Point. Now, I believe the airport has put in a pipeline from Cherry Point to the airport for its fuel because it can't get a reliable source out of the refinery in Burnaby. And when that shuts down for maintenance, there's a whole series of hassles that come in at the retail end for sitting down and paying your fuel, because now you have excess surcharges just for transportation.
For people who don't know, whereabouts is Cherry Point?
That's in Washington State.
Oh, that's all fun and dandy. Yeah, gas prices. I think we all know what's going on. I mean, we live. It's just diabolical how rigged it is, really. Because like we don't use our own resources. Like we pretty much like piecemeal it out for the most part, and then we kind of sit on all the rest, and then we still buy foreign oil, and at a premium too. Like you know, we kind of benefit a little bit from like the petrodollar kind of arrangement because we're part of like the whole arrangement. But at the end of the day, like really, nobody else benefits. just 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 the partners on this side of the table anyway. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that right now. No, there's been a piece that's been circulating. I'm gonna go over to my buddy there, my brother from another mother, to Lee's Hot Fury. Is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where are you? There is it. There is he. Okay. All right. Now, this was a recording of. I wonder if it's been taken down. Has it been taken down? So I'm not seeing it now. Why'd you take it down, man? I was hoping to be there. Wait, maybe it still is. Hang on. It was a few days back. Shit. I think that's it right here, Borla. Okay, so I'm gonna let the headline marinade with you for a second while I just kind of bop over into my. I just gotta go into where the fuck is. I downloaded the gosh darn video from YouTube earlier. I think I know where it is. Because I'm an idiot sometimes. All right, let's see if it's in this one. No, that's a hard no. I thought, oh, maybe it's gonna be in there. Ah, you son of a bitch! I don't know where I put it. Shit. No. All right, where are you? Where did I put you? Dagnammit. Ah, fudge knuckles. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Documents. That's fucking not very likely though. Let's go down to videos. So on. Oh, you know, wait a minute. Yeah, geez, Louise, fries and cheese. Wait, let me see something here. I use Clip It to do that. This friggin' in this thing. Is it here? Wallet? No. Extensions? No. Fucking, what's it called? Clip fucking something. Clip Grab. That's the one. That's what I used. All right. Yay, downloads. Oh, fuck, there's nothing there. I guess that's like what I've downloaded in that session. And it purged the rest. But where's the target path? Okay, desktop videos too. See? Now I know where to go. That's how you do it. I'm an idiot. Anyway. All right, go to desktop. Videos too. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, so okay. I'm just going to pull that up in VLC Media Player. No, it's going to give off audio, not to either of us at the moment. It's got to feed that in. Where are you? Fucker? VLC, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah.
A very
Yeah, we should be
groundbreaking
hearing it now.
announcement. We will certainly come back. But I have the pleasure to introduce, are all countries included, or develops their own production line?
That used to be low income, but they graduated to higher level, use the principle. So we are including
About the developing world, who, if we
legal that took to make, we will not. We
really a purpose-driven company, and if you
it's really a fulfillment of a dream that we had together with my leadership team when we started in 19. The first week.
Okay, so here it is. So before I play that, I've let the other bit marinate with you for a bit. Now you're going to hear, this is the one that's up on Lee's Hot Fury. Now I'm not calling him out at all. This has nothing to do with him, because this has been going around, actually. I've seen it in multiple locations, but this is a perfect opportunity to say something for the community, basically, on the community's behalf.
I think that it's really a fulfillment of a dream that we had together with my leadership team when we started in 19. The first week we met in January of 19 in California, and to set up the goals for the next 5 years. And one of them was by 2023, we will reduce the number of people in the world by 50%. I think today this dream is becoming reality.
Like, holy fuck, right? Well, okay, let's go back to the other one now, or we'll pick up where that left off. Pick up where the other one picked up, roughly.
Automatically, those new medicines will be inserted into the offer of the portfolio that we will offer into these countries. I think that it's really a fulfillment of a dream that we had together with my leadership team when we started in 19. The first week we met in January of 19 in California, and to set up the goals for the next 5 years. And one of them was by 2023, we will reduce the number of people in the world that cannot afford our medicines by 50%. I think today this dream is becoming reality.
So you spot the difference, right? I don't have to play it again, because I don't want to give these guys any airplay more than they deserve, because they don't deserve shit, but in my opinion. But this is what makes us look really bad. Like, and I'm not blaming, like I said, I'm not going after Lee's Hot Fury on this, because it has been making its rounds. But like whoever decided just to take that snippet out, like, it was a pretty still shot, and the camera was it's got a bit of a, like, it's a bit soft. It's got a fuzzy, like a kind of a fuzzy blended kind of an image. So like you could easily just kind of blend the two ends of frames, like the end points of the frames, where you just remove them and stitch it back together. I mean, shit, that's what I do with video editing. But yeah, it's it doesn't lend a whole lot of credibility when you have a whole whack of people that are just suddenly inspired and by such a thing and not having been verified. Now, like I said, like I'm not here really criticizing, except for I'm criticizing because it's not fucking good to do that. Like, we already look. Um, they're already making us look crazy enough, and like not that we don't do it to ourselves, because half of us aren't traditionally trained and what have you, um, you know. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, we're trained by baptism by fire, in the field basically, and that's how I've always ever done it myself. Now, that being said, um, like I said, like we don't have a whole lot going for us, and to start editing news to create responses and takes from it, that's a bit of a dick move. And yeah, whoever did the edit should probably be ashamed of themselves, because that's manipulation. That's as bad as the propaganda that's going out, that we're trying to counter. And quite frankly, it's not making our job any easier when, especially when people can be called out on something like that. That, I don't know what they were thinking. But anyway, yeah, Lee's hot, man. Yeah, man, no offense. I saw that and I had to jump on it because like I said, I've seen this floating around. It got taken down off of a few places, and I was wondering if it was too hot. Like, see, I was already starting to build a different. It was influencing my opinion of what was happening, and then I was suddenly like, you know what? It was taken down because somebody called it out. That's what happened. It wasn't taken down because it was like too hot and like the WEF, targeted it and fucking, canceled the fucking thing. No, it wasn't like that dramatic at all. It was, definitely just because, yeah. I mean, when, when a whole community of people already don't trust, like when they're starting to slip in that distrust phase, and start to look around them a little more often. Like, 'cause I'm sure most people still have that animal sense. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's been domesticated out of us." Nah, I still don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think at a root level, like we're pretty compact. We're pretty complex mammals, and at the end of the day, I think. I think people kind of know when they're being fucked with. There's a certain line. I'm not saying a lot of people are gullible or naive or misinformed or just ignorant of other things. And, hey, whatever. It is what it is. We all have a thing to contribute. And one thing we all have in common is that we have to share and our entrusting natures that, with the government, basically. We have to, we trust them to defer to the experts on various like things, and like that. We trust them to go into the line of fire and save kids. Oh wait, they didn't do that. Yeah, man. I mean, it's horrible. It's a pretty fucking shitty situation, man. Yeah. Now I'm kind of beat. I'm kind of run down. But anyway, I'm not gonna stick on that issue. But I've made my point, and it's a bit of a dick move to kind of make that edit. Whoever did that, because I've seen it circulating all over the place. It's a good edit, and it's what I mean. Boom! Like it even caught me off guard because I was like, wow, did they really just say that? Did they really just say that? Because that's a soundbite. Like, I mean, if anyone learned, it was Bill Gates with his whole thing. It's like, no, that was taken out of context. He's like, it wasn't taken out of context. He said literally with better viruses and better drugs and better, uh, was it family planning? Reduce the number of people. But try to walk it back. Say, oh no, it's about we're gonna reduce the number of people suffering. No, fuck you. No, you didn't say that. You weren't saying that at all, you dumbass. No, you're pretty clear about the useless mouth breathers and the bottom feeders. the trough eaters. I mean, whatever. But anyway, yeah. Chris, I'm calling out Evil Pelosi and Weasel Schumer along with Corn Pop. Now, by the way, everyone that I play on here, I have utmost respect for, and you have to check out their channels. They're probably on your favorite platform as well. Like check YouTube, like Anita Krishna, like she's awesome. She's one of those ones who worked for she worked for the propagandists, and kind of realized at a certain point something was not quite right when she asked questions. Boom, gone, and they had no problem doing it. I mean, what did they care? I mean, they had part of $600 million. $600 billion. It wasn't that much, but yeah. Okay, speaking of this, okay, I wonder if this is from Europe or from Ukraine.
So I have people all the time ask me, and they say things like, Leah, do you really think our government is that evil? Like, are they really that evil? They're worse. Picture the most diabolical, most evil person you've ever heard about or read about in your entire life, and times it by about 100. If you truly knew the things that they have been doing to us as a populace for centuries, you would lose your shit. We would have overthrown the government a long time ago. Don't get me started on the Vatican or the royal family. You have no clue. If you don't have a clue, you're not going to believe this anyway. But it's all true. It is all 100% factual. They hunt, kill, sell, rape, torture for fun. I've seen MS-13 members admit that they smuggle people and they traffic children for United States government officials. Why do you think Epstein's list hasn't been disclosed? Ghislaine went, whatever the hell her name is, I call her Ghislaine for a reason. Why do you think that her list hasn't been exposed yet? Because they're on it. The FBI, the DOJ, the DOD, all of them are in collusion together. Now imagine the most evil person you've ever heard about, read about, seen in movies. Now imagine that person with zero consequences and an insurmountable amount of money. That's what our government is. I guarantee you it's 100 times worse than you can possibly imagine. I know it is.
Well, that was a spicy number. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it's all the more likely that that's a true story. Oh, and what's on the feed next? A little bit saucy there. All right. Trudeau's fascism shows us where the U. Oh, right there. Oh, right there. Let's see. See what.
All right, everyone, we start off today with Canada news, actually. We have to talk about Justin Trudeau being, his usual fascist self. Canada has, for a long time, been effectively regarded as U.S. junior. That is, that it's a reasonably free society. Over the last couple of years, what we've seen, however, is that Canada is moving, much like Australia and New Zealand, I would add, towards authoritarianism, away from actual democracy, small d, of course, away from any semblance of freedom. And this is the problem with not having a constitutional protection for certain human rights, is that you can have someone like Justin Trudeau, who is a fascist, effectively, trying to disarm people. Now, link in the description, archived, of course. The latest move is that he wants to freeze the sale and manufacture of handguns within Canada, as well as importation. For that reason, if you are Canadian, I strongly suggest that you purchase an additional firearm now, if you have any designs on having one at all. Of course, some people prefer rifles. I don't know that this is going to affect revolvers. I'm a revolver guy myself, so it wouldn't affect me, I suppose. But handguns, so, the most common serviceable self-defense weapons that are actually physically available to people, they will be impacted. It probably will not work particularly well. partially because there are over 1 million handguns already in Canada. It is a fairly well-armed country. It's just considerably less well-armed than the U.S. Maybe they need a little bit of liberty, actual liberty, as opposed to what the U.S. currently is doing throughout the Middle East and South Asia and so forth. But the goal is never to actually just have the current thing, the current gun laws. We've already seen this. Canada's a great example. Canada has already done buybacks for certain kinds of rifles, massive amounts of registries and so forth, modification of semi-auto rifles, I believe, to modify them so they can't hold more than 5 bullets, and so on and so on forth. So there's been incremental damage to the ability of Canadians who live in a rather rugged country. Overall, there are dangerous animals and certainly dangerous people in Canada. Justin Trudeau being one of them, of course. He's Fidel Castro's bastard offspring. I believe that may be very well more than a meme, for multiple reasons, by the way. When we look at that, we see incremental damage to the ability of the Canadian people to keep and bear arms. Now, they don't have a constitutional guarantee of it anyway, so it's apples to oranges when we relate it to U.S. law. But what I would like to say is that that is where certain people in the United States also wish for the United States to go. That is, the idea that, I mean, Trudeau is literally using the Uvalde shooting as a premise for this particular move, and Canadians that I've spoken to largely seem to think that it will actually hold legal muster, that it will be implemented. Again, ineffective as though it may be. What we see in the United States, for example, wake of Uvalde, all of these other shootings. Well, we're not going to take your guns. We just want to be able to stop more gun crime, and so we're going to ban certain kinds of rifles. We're going to ban certain kinds of ammunition. We're going to regulate a certain attachment for a weapon, bump stocks or whatever, that we feel is scary. Time and time again, none of these measures actually do anything to curb gun crime. Most gun crime in the United States, for example, if you can call it a crime at all, is suicide. It's suicide and to an extent negligent discharge. We register it as a school shooting if someone near a school accidentally discharges a weapon. Just to be clear, when you look at school shooting data, unless you go through the actual data itself, you're not really getting the full story. Each time that a shooting happens, Las Vegas, the Pulse nightclub, even if it's, related to certain zealot ideologies, as it often is, there's a push for more gun control, and it never does anything. The problem is that when you adopt that gun control and it does nothing, gun crime stays at the level that it's at, maybe it's a little higher, a little lower, etc., etc., then you push for more, because each incremental step does absolutely nothing. I love it when people compare, for example, the United States, in the sense of gun crime especially, to like Australia or the UK, to islands, to places with no land border to any other country. I find that astonishingly hilarious that these people don't understand basic common sense, basic reason. I love it.
I'll pause him there. Yeah, you can check out his channel there. He's got some great points, and he's a pretty good thinker. I mean, you can tell he's also well read. So, I would say, yeah, check that guy out. And Salty Cracker, this Awaken with JP guy. I don't know. He's funny as hell. He's a good comedian, but he does like these videos designed out of sarcasm to draw political awareness and what have you. Now here's a respectful Australian member of Parliament of the I want to say it's in the West.
Announced today are relatively mild. The level 2 restrictions are much harsher, and we haven't made a decision in relation to those at this point in time. Do you have a estimate of how long what you need to go to level 2? What sort of case? Well, we have to watch. You see, Western Australia is an experiment. We basically have had very few Omicron cases. We have very high vaccination levels, and we have a very compliant population.
Did you just hear that? we are an experiment in WA.
Yeah.
Can you understand that?
And we're a compliant population. We're compliant. We are compliant. We will believe for the bullshit he lies to us about. Wake up, everybody.
Yeah. Interesting, huh? Yeah. So, it's I've noticed though that the brass on some of these sons of bitches, like, I mean, it's clear to me that something has to be done. Some of these men and women, in both, like, well, in both, in pretty much all of the Western governments, like across the globe, that that are doing this, like, they've got to get put in jail. They've got to be like, they can't do this anymore. And it was a slow burn for a long time, but now they're just ratcheting it up, like, and it's gonna catch people so off guard. It's gonna be unbelievable. Hey, well, what do I know? Hey, what do I know? What else do we got here? Robert Kennedy Jr. telling of Bill Gates and Fauci plan to vaccinate all of humanity. All right.
In 2000, Tony Fauci flew out to Seattle, Washington.
It sounds like he's
and
crying.
He had this meeting, this very strange meeting.
He's got Parkinson's or something, I think.
Bill Gates is an $85 million mansion on the banks of Lake Washington. And Gates brought him into his library and he said, I want to propose a partnership with you. And the partnership was to try to vaccinate all of humanity. And they ended up calling that, in 2009, they rechristened the program the Decade of Vaccines. Gates went to the UN and gave this speech in which he promised to vaccinate essentially all of humanity with a multiple battery of vaccines by 2020. And he began using his philanthropy to create a series of other quasi-governmental agencies, CEPI, Gavi, and a number of others, and then to gain control of the WHO. And what he calls what he does philanthrocapitalism. It's not about philanthropy. It's about enriching the capitalists. What he does is he buys, and he does this in a number of areas I show in the book. He does it with food. He did it with the core curriculum. He buys large stakes in companies that could benefit from a change in governmental policies, a worldwide change in governmental policies. So he owns stakes, very, very large stakes, in almost all the big pharmaceutical companies. Then he gives essentially about $1 billion to WHO every year, but through Rotary International, through Gavi, through CEPI, and through the Gates Foundation. But they're sort of, the cumulative is even larger than the U.S., which is the second biggest. That gives him control over WHO's policy. So there, the analysis of WHO say there is nothing that goes through WHO that is not vetted first by the Gates Foundation.
Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're the ones that's crazy, right? Yeah. What do we got here? Okay, cool. That thing did wake up. That's the one. Got the touch screen all hooked up now to the thing. But it's a little too far away. I gotta get closer. Yeah, but good day on the other side of the planet where the sun's probably shining. It's dark as hell over here. I hope we have some clean skies tonight. It's been very gloomy, rainy kind of. The rainy May days. Anyway, hopefully it clears up because I want to get some astrophotography done. It's about time I tried out this camera with some astrophotography. I haven't really dived into it yet. Dove. Anyway, yeah, I just smoked another joint, but. Yeah, it's been an interesting week, and I guess we're all on the edge of our seats to see who's gonna win the whole defamation case. I digress. Anywho, what do we got here? What am I seeing? Oh shit! Get the chat going. No one's in chat right now. What we got? I think 3 people watching. Hi, all of you, and all of you guys coming in after the fact. The more the merrier. But anyhow, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and play. I'm gonna go play my commercial one more time. So if you don't mind, this is the sponsor of this podcast, me. Anyway, I'll be right back. Now you've done it. Tomorrow's your grand opening. From this to this. A lot of those. And finally, one of these. And you're smiling. With all of the uncertainty in the world today, there's one thing that you can be certain of. You're gonna have a packed house. Because Echelon Publishers Group provided you with the search engine optimization tools and site builder to build a charming and elegant website to reflect the evolution of your idea to turn this once dingy dead dive bar into a spectacular place of business for decades to come, keeping your customers and staff interactively engaged, in the know, and most importantly, booking tables and events weeks in advance. Our cloud hosting services have virtually 0% downtime. We provide 24/7 customer support and a wide range of practical tools to keep you in the top search ranks, giving you the leverage you need to stay ahead of the game. And maybe, just maybe, you might have some time to spare for this. Echelon Publishers Group. We offer top-tier hosting and domain name services for extremely low rates, and we pride ourselves on being pretty awesome to work with. And even more awesome, until the end of June 30th, we are offering 30% off yearly paid hosting packages. Use promo code MAGIC30 to get your 30% discount. Go to echelonpublishers.com/get_hosting for more details. Ask us about our consultation and design-to-print services. We might have even more in store for you than you imagined. Offer expires June 30th, 2022. Yeah, there's just stuff in my face and got the dog's attention. Hey, come on, up. Hey, there she is. There's a pretty girl right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, having a very European dinner tonight. Bread. So, where does that leave us now? Well, let's figure it out. Let's go check the used lubes. Oh, the whole I think the whole friggin' Kenobi thing happened. It's the 3rd episode or something tonight. If I want to watch it, I'm just gonna have to be sailing on the 7 seas. Yar, matey. I don't know what that meant, but I digress. All right. How are you? What do you want? You want some more? Up. Good girl. Hi. Beat it. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Come on. Beat it. Beat it. Good girl. All right. All right. Go on the couch. Go on the couch. Yeah. Go on the couch. Go on the couch. Be a good girl. There you go. Awesome. So, what's to be learned today? I don't think a goddamn thing really, except for that. Gotta be mindful of what we put out there. but also too, I mean, it's good that it was out there because then we could catch that kind of a, like, and it's just, it's not like I don't see it prolifically happening. Like I see it done way on purpose, but when it's a clean edit and it looks good, like it'll convince a lot of people, especially most people don't want to do the work to vet stuff. They're just gonna, hey, you know, some people don't even watch them. But hey, I digress. Anyway, I'm eating on camera because I'm absolutely freaking famished. I just realized like I was gonna pass out because I've been up forever trying to work on the machine and work on that video. It was hotter than fucking here, and I was a sweating cow. I lost 10 pounds in sweat, like and the computer was overheating. It was nutty. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. Don't do anything I wouldn't do because, well, it's always new somewhere. You never know. But yeah, this has been the Daily Noonerino, and I'm probably gonna pass out and have a stroke. Anyway, peace out, and we'll catch you next time.